don't know why my intro didn't play. It did. Oh, I know what's wrong. Okay. I'm using a hotel VPN, hotel internet, which. Oh. So, guys, we're just trying to see if we can get some people on the stream. Let's have a look. Got 13 people watching. What's going on? Just testing it out. Testing this out indeed. What's happening? 14 people watching. Jesus, not much. Late viewers. Let's have a look. So I've got very 2% on my phone. It's not really good, is it, hey? %2 on my phone. It's what's happening. Let's have a look what's happening here. Just gonna put 2% on my telephone. Jesus Christ, the charge is low. What's going on with you guys there in the Archieverse there? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm taking a few days off. That's what's happening. I just thought I'd touch base and say hello and let you know I'm okay. Saturday night talking watches. What am I wearing? The Explorer 2. Explorer 2, guys. Explorer 2. Lovely watch indeed there. Explorer 2. It's what can I say? It's very, very good to be chatting to you guys here. Everything is so. What's going on with what time is it there? It's in the morning. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Link for Narc. What time is it? That's a good question. I can post the link. Yes, I can. I can post the link. Let's get some guests on. Let's see what happens, hey? Come on, jump on. Let's jump on and see what they... This is just what you need, is HR to jump on. See what he says. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Good morning, Paul. How's it going? I've missed coming on the stream.
Hey.
I've missed you, Paul. How are things?
Hey, I've missed you too, man. Believe it or not. Why are you using Ticker's photo? Ticker's is okay. What's he done wrong?
Well, exactly. I'm just paying homage. I'm paying homage, Paul. Is that okay? Got to get yourself Christopher Ward on a NATO, mate.
Yes, that's right. So what's going on in the world there? What's happened?
So what's happened? So today I went to the David Lloyd Club with Mum and Dad, and we took both the children swimming. And an interesting story, Paul. When I was coming out of the pool, my daughter said, "Wow,
what's the
Daddy."
David Lloyd Club? Sorry, I'm not familiar.
Oh, the English punters will know. It's basically like a big sort of leisure centre, but you have to be a paid member. So I went there today. It was lovely, and as I was on the way out, my daughter said, "Daddy, is that a Rolex?" I went, "Yes." She said, "Bluesy fuckers." She loved it.
Oh, and look what we've got here. We got JD. How are you going, JD?
Tickers or JR? Tickers.
Hey, JD, lovely Lacoste. That is a lovely Lacoste polo. I love it. I love Lacoste.
Oh, thank you so much, HR. How are you going? All right?
I'm good. I'm living the dream. What's new in your world, there, bud?
It's Barangaroo in Sydney, which is a strange name for a suburb, but just had a nice meat pie and
A
sauce for
meat pie.
breakfast and a
Fact
nice
me dead,
little
man.
coffee. Yeah, it's pretty nice day. Where's the Archibald? Is he locked in a cage in Vietnam? Trying to
Yeah, what have you been doing, Paul? What have you been doing? Tell us. What have you been doing on your holidays, big boy? Hey, Paul,
Hey,
we're just talking to you, by the
I
way.
can't even hear him.
it's all
I can't
pretty
even
good
see
there.
him. Did he drop out, HR?
No, he's here.
No,
He's
I'm
here.
here.
I think he's. Paul, so what have you been doing on your holiday there, big boy?
Hey, what have I been doing? That's a good question there, you know.
Well,
It's
yeah, I know. That's what I'm asking you.
That's the question. Yeah,
Just
no,
gonna
I've been
hop
I've been
off
having
and
some
back on
time
again.
off.
Back in a sec.
You had some
Oh,
time off,
right.
yeah. He's
What's
having
going on
connection
with the new
issues.
job? Tell me about this new job.
No. So basically, Paul, I'm waiting for it in writing. I've got to be honest, Paul. I'm a bit starstruck because it's a 20k increase for me. So it's sort of life changing, Paul. Hello, are you there, Paul? Anyone there?
Oh, Dirk Diggler says, "Hi Arch, sorry Tan introduced me to comic book collecting and now I have no more money."
Oh, it's hard. Hey, Diggler, you are the Diggler? Diggler? Hey, you are the Diggler Dick? Diggler? Yeah, Diggler, how you say, go screw up yourself. Mummy? So, Paul, listen, what have you been doing on your holiday? I'm intrigued, but you're not giving much away here, Paul.
Oh no, but I've been doing traveling and sightseeing. That's what I've been doing. Just having a break. That's all, man.
So, where are you? Vietnam?
Correct.
Right. Ho Chi Minh?
Hanoi. We've got big techs. Who's big? Oh, that's Uzi, isn't it? That's Uzi.
Oh, yeah, let him on. Let's go, Paul. Let's go.
What's
What's
up,
going on,
Easy.
Uzi?
What's up, Daddy? How you been doing?
Hey, missing
Okay,
you, man.
son.
Archie, you wouldn't believe what Timmy's been doing. He had Uday Erico on the stream. You know who that is?
Hey, I don't want to talk about other streams. Let's just keep
I mean,
talking
he's
about
doing
our stream.
amazing in your
And I
absence.
don't want. It's no point talking about other streams.
Don't kick him out. What the fuck?
He's a troll.
He's
He's a
A
troll.
grade.
You
He's
understand?
A grade.
He's
He's
a
A
troll.
grade. He's got the solid gold sub as well, big boy. He's better than me.
He's a troll. Okay.
Okay. So listen, let me ask you a question, Paul. So you know when you were in Singapore, you had the 4 floors of whores. You got anything like that in Vietnam?
Vietnam's very conservative. It's not. It's not really that sort of place. Do you understand?
So why are you there then, Paul? What's the purpose?
I felt like going to. Let's have a look. JD's jumping on. Hey JD, whereabouts are
Hello, I
you?
can hear you. I can hear you now. Barangaroo
Hey,
in
JD.
Sydney. Just had breakfast, meat pie, coffee. I heard the late show with Lux. Easy's giving you a shakedown for streaming rights. What's with that? What's going on there?
Ooh.
That's a bit
I don't know what
spicy.
he's doing.
Yeah,
What's
Paul,
happening with
let's have a tour of the room, Paul. Let's have a tour of the room. Come on, big boy. Let's see.
No, I'm not touring anything at the moment.
Oh, fuck.
I've finally got internet to work here.
You don't even want to get up off the chair? Fuck, man.
I was just saying to you, I
Standing's
finally
hard.
got internet to
Standing's
work,
hard.
and you want me to fuck up my. It's not going well here. Okay, can I say that to you? I've got 3. My phone's not charging properly. Believe you me, it is not fucking easy. Okay.
Can we just see the room, Paul? I want to see what the pontiff stays in.
But just there's nothing much to see. Walking around, I'm going to lose my fucking signal. I got a phone. I'm just trying to change. Just hang on. I'm going to change my internet just so I can
No problem.
get. Yeah.
Hey, Paul, let the internet warm up. JD, go on.
I was about to say, I saw that is Ticker's 60 years old. Did he have a 60-year-old birthday? I think
JD,
the other day.
I've got to be honest, he is fucking ancient, big boy. He is ancient.
I don't know. This is the thing about little
we don't want to discuss other streams.
compact men It doesn't seem that he'd be that old, but 60. Wow.
He's
that's
ancient.
crazy.
It's hard, big boy.
That's
And I
crazy.
think
It is hard.
I'd say, judging by the looks of his face, I think he had quite a significantly hard paper round as well. You know the spud?
Yeah, they can take a toll on the body. Paper round. I used to like playing an arcade game in the 80s called Paperboy. I remember that. We whizzed it around in the arcade, but that's times of yore. This streaming from foreign
Paperboy.
lands is tricky. You remember Paperboy?
Hard.
Closest thing.
Hard fuckers.
It's hard. It's difficult. Difficult. I met a
Life is
guy on
hard,
the,
you know.
I met a guy on the River Cat today who, complete random person, said, "I like the look of your bag," and I go, "Oh God, here we go." It was fine. It's a Leica bag with a Leica. He was a photographer and was telling me his life story, and he's a wedding photographer, and he is then noticed my watch, and then he starts talking about watches, and he goes, "Oh, I'd never spend money on a luxury watch myself. However, I don't know, when I was younger, I'd said if I got a fancy watch, I'd have to have someone buy it for me." It's the weirdest thing out of nowhere. I go, okay, how did that work out? Well, the other day I was at an op shop in Roselle and there was this Amiga there and he showed me a picture of it. I don't know whether it was real or not, but apparently he bought it for $4. But because of some pact he made with himself as a kid, he said he'd never buy a luxury watch himself. So he had to get his wife to wire him $4 so he could buy it from an op shop. What a grift. What a move.
He probably
Yeah,
kept to
yeah.
that promise.
Yeah.
He probably kept to that promise because I wouldn't class Omega as a luxury. JD, what's on the
Yeah,
wrist today, big boy? What's on the
This is
wrist?
going to be disappointing for you, man. 1 second, I'll just flip my camera. You're not going to like this because it's not a. It's
What's
not
on the wrist?
that word thing. I have to get it in the light. I can't get. Oh, where's the light gone? I'm just going to move down here. I'll just take this. Oh, it's a big
I just want to see your wrist, big boy. Come on.
No, I know. I'm trying to go down. Try to get some light. There's no direct sunlight, so it's going to look like arse. It's unfortunate. It's a green Seiko. I'm sorry.
JD, I got to be honest. There certainly are some shitters in the mist.
That's good. Hey, I'll go over here in the sun. It'll look a bit better in the sun. Let's go for a little walk.
Hey, does that watch go with? Wait, JD, does that watch with that dial? Does it go with the menstruation red Audi Q2?
It would be perfect.
That's
100%. Why do you need to always criticize other people and put yourself up?
There you go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. There you go.
That's not very nice. You always got to.
No, but that's on brand. You expect that. That's fine. That's okay.
Imagine this. Wait. Hold on. Let me change my avatar before I say this. There we go. Imagine JD behind the wheel of the Audi Q2 menstruation red with that out the window. You wouldn't be able to tell the watch from the car.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts my confidence. I'm gonna have to throw it in the bin when I get home now.
Hey, we got $20. We got a super chat from our good friend Uzi. This is just because I like you, Arch. Thank you, Uzi. What a great guy.
Nice, isn't it?
Thank you.
I'll walk back this way.
Where's the other guy gone?
Walk back this way.
Hey, Charles jumped off.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
I didn't kick him. He jumped off.
No, that's fine. He'll be back.
What's that? This
That's
is in
good.
Sydney.
Yeah, so it's near the casino Crown with a
Have you
knockoff
missed the lack
Rolex
of the
logo.
show lately? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, everyone has. Even people that probably are critical of you and your show, they're missing it. They need that daily fix. It's all built around that. So when it's not there, you really notice it, and then you have to really concentrate on work and stuff and family. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So everyone's missed you, but you do a part of it too. You do need. I mean, people put shit on you and say, it's not a real job, but it is. I mean, you're there every day, 7 days a week, and you do need to have a complete break from all of the insanity, So, you do need
down
a
at
break
Watches
every
in
now and
Switzerland
again.
there. How are they going? Geez, it's What's happening?
Pretty
How's the
early on,
economy
to be
going? Is
fair.
it tough or is it easy? How do you find things with fuel prices and that?
Yeah, the fuel prices, everyone's talking about it, irrespective of, I mean, it's something that impacts everybody on the planet. So it's a significant thing that's not, it needs to be resolved because it's going to
Yeah,
hit everybody
it's going to
at some
hurt.
points. So yeah, definitely everybody's talking about it. I went to a watch meetup yesterday morning in the city, and you know, these guys have considerable wealth, but they're talking about it. Certainly impacting everybody.
Yeah, well, I
So I
suppose
picked
if you
up
run a business, fuel costs are a big component, you
oh,
know.
absolutely, absolutely.
And
One of the guys got a Sprite earlier in the week, which was nice on the Jubilee, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they'd never disappoint, these guys. Every week, somebody at the table with something new. So some people are still doing well.
yeah, you got some very interesting people there.
Yeah, definitely. 3 of them are actually members of the GPHG. So they go to Switzerland and vote for the awards for watches and stuff.
Hey,
One
we
of
got a super
them,
chat from our good friend here, JT, $2. Easy said you left China for Vietnam after one day. I think that's just the story to get away from him.
he got very vicious last night with Lux, I thought. Old
What did he
Ezo. I'm a
say?
fan of his. Well, he's just given the whole shakedown. Streaming rights for Vietnam. He didn't want to, he may have committed to somewhere else to do that and get paid for it. It was the definition of a shakedown. I was shocked. I was shocked.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got Tusa for $2. Time for an Archie ski trip to Mount Hotham.
That's in
Mount Hotham's not
Victoria,
that
isn't it, I
great. Have
think?
you ever been there, JD? Have you
Yeah, I
been
mean, I've
there?
never been to the ski fields. No, I've never bothered doing the skiing stuff. I know it's there, but yeah, it's not something I've ever been interested in particularly.
It's
It's a nice place down here.
you're not
There we
much of a
go.
skier yourself.
No, no, I've had members of my family or in-law members who went skiing once and she really damaged her knee. And pretty much for the rest of her
Oh,
life, it's limited her mobility. So if you don't know what you're doing, yeah, just, I don't know, not something that I was drawn to doing at any point. Thought, no, it's not me. It's not me.
no.
Yeah, one of the people at the catch up yesterday, she actually runs the Chopard boutique on King Street. She's
Oh,
yeah, she had this weird, unique Mido watch, which is the one that has the television test pattern on it, a very unique watch, which I thought was quite a unique choice for somebody who'd work at Chopard to have. I guess
what
it's
was
a
she wearing?
cool sort
Sorry,
of
she was wearing a what?
week. It's a Mido watch that has a TV test pattern on it.
Oh,
So all the different
yes,
colours, the TV
because they had the
test pattern on it. She
multi-port. You
had
know,
that, which is pretty cool.
Mido had the multi-port. Yes, you know that model. It looks like the TV, that oblong
Yes.
shape.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so it's the shape of, like a 5711 case shape with that
The problem is a lot of people
unique
in
dial. It's
retail, they
pretty
don't
cool.
earn a lot of money. You realize this? Like, it's actually
Yeah, I
very
mean,
tough.
it's smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I get that. I get that. How's the
We got
weather
a
where
super
you
chat
are?
here
Is it
from
humid?
MT85, $10 for JD's Gonzo. Look at that.
How good is that?
Thank you for your
Thanks,
Gonzo effort.
MT85. I try to get some exercise in, have a look around, out and about. I'm surprised HR hasn't come back on. I do like his updates. I do like looking at his scratch to shit two-tone bluesy. It's it's pretty cool having one watch. Pretty cool. Look at this. Beautiful morning. We had some pretty intense weather Thursday, Friday, massive rain, hail and shit in Sydney out of nowhere, but it's cleared obviously, which is good.
Wow.
Really cool.
Hail.
Yeah, really
Bad
bad.
hail?
And in fact, I saw a lot of updates on like Twitter, people like filming it outside their car, and there was this torrential downpour with all of this hail hitting. And this girl was filming it all, and there was like a blue BMW exactly like yours, just copping it sweet, just getting absolutely hammered by the hail. I thought,
What can you do,
shit,
man?
can't do
What can
anything. You can't do anything other than just try it. I've never been in that situation, thankfully. And you see what it can do. Like the damage that hail can do to a car is insane. And I guess all you can do is just look for that shelter as quickly as possible. But that's not as easy as it would appear to do
No.
that. Nasty.
No, nothing is easy.
So how's
And
the food there, Arch? How's the food and everything treating you? You're all
can I tell
good?
you
You've
honestly,
been eating
it's
well?
a little bit disappointing.
Uh-oh. That's no good.
Yeah, I must say the best Vietnamese I've ever had is actually in Hong Kong.
Right. Okay. Isn't that weird?
And yeah.
Paddle steamer.
You remember the Kookaburra Queen? That sank. You know, in Brisbane, we had a paddle steamer. Remember the Kookaburra
you?
Queen?
When did that sink and what caused that?
Yeah, that sank about a year ago. And
Oh, okay. Recently, right.
yeah, it was in the press. And then to fix it up is an absolute disaster now. You know, like that was it came out for Expo 88. Remember Expo?
Lovely. That was,
do you remember that?
totally remember now. It was there was a lot of that stuff, which at that particular time, I don't know, anything before the internet seemed to be far, far bigger. And that applies to a lot of things, whether or not it's like Expo, we had our bicentennial year, 1988, which was a huge event. Expo, was that 88 or 90? No, maybe it was 88. But yeah, that was a huge event too, definitely. And even the Olympics back then, pre-internet, that seemed like an enormous worldwide event that probably doesn't resonate as much now. But back then, just dropped my little gimbal thing. There we go. Where is everybody? Where are all the punters? Where's Mark? I think you've locked up again, Arch. I'll keep. No, you're there. Good.
Mark an invite.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll hop on in a sec. Chief Tip was concerned. He was like, "Where's Arch? What's going on?" It's like, "It's okay, Chief Tit. He's okay. He'll be on soon." He's crushing it at the moment with his watch purchases, isn't he? He's buying a lot of stuff. He's really off the chain. He's out of control. Out of control.
Well, you get like that when you're fresh into the hobby, don't you?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you get
definitely.
like that, right? But
definitely.
me and you, we've come out of the sausage factory, haven't we? Don't you think?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I definitely like to think so. That but it gets to that point where like it's silly because you can only wear so much, and I don't know, curating a collection that just sits in a bank vault. That's just doesn't mean anything to me. I just want to wear stuff. Make sure I can make the most of what I got. Enough's enough. 8 is enough. I think that's what I've got. 8. No, I've actually gone back to 9, which is bad. Anyway, 9 is enough.
Look, I got rid of quite a few pieces, as you know, right?
Yeah.
And it's more because I wanted more freedoms, you know, that's the reason I did it. But I got to tell you that, well, I mean, look, let's face it, these things take a lot of money, don't they? You know, like it's a lot of money tied up.
And you're right in the sense of particularly so many collectors that may have been drawn to the hobby, you know, during the COVID period. Well, a lot of the watches that they bought are getting to a point where they're going to need to be serviced at one point, and it is to a degree a time bomb having to get that done.
And well, the thing is, for myself, the business has been lousy.
Yeah,
you've got to get rid of You know, I mean, I've got
Yeah.
some costs, and
Of course.
that's your Sydney ferries there, famous ferries. They look amazing, don't they?
I got one of those the other day when I went to Manly. The Sydney, the fast ferry.
You
It
don't
was
have the
quick.
hydrofoils. I remember in the
No, I
80s.
do remember those. I do remember those. I think they were really mechanically problematic and cost a
Yes.
lot to run. They did look spectacular, but I don't think it worked commercially
No. I don't
because
know
they
what
were always
happened to
breaking
them. Do
down.
you?
Yeah, I just got rid of them. Again, I think that they broke down too much. They had to rethink
And I
the
remember coming
strategy
to
of that.
Sydney when the trains were those red rattlers, you know, the
Red
red.
rattlers, I do. Back then, when those red rattlers were in place, most people would smoke on them. I remember going on school excursions and there were just people puffing away on the train, which seems crazy now. But yeah, it's weird like that. Even when I started work in the
Yes.
early 90s, people smoked in their office, which is mind-blowing, you think, today. But there was plenty of people that would just puff away all day, chain smoke in an office with other people,
Yeah, I remember
madman
going to this
style.
law firm in the 90s. I was doing some work there, and most people smoked. The whole office just
Just
had the
stank.
yellow tinge to it. You know what I
Oh, it's
mean?
horrible. I had a great aunt when she passed away. We had to clean out her house, and you could see where her pictures were on the wall. You could see where there's the yellow tar all across the wall, except for behind where the pictures were stuck on a wall. It's disgusting. She sort of
Yeah, no, that's the
it's rotten.
90s, you know. The funny thing is, remember that Ice House song, Electric Blue? I don't know if you
Sure
remember
do.
that video. That
Yeah.
video clip was
By the
shot in
Davies.
Sydney. Sydney looked so futuristic then.
It
You know
did.
what I
It
mean?
did. It did. It
And
was
it's
pretty
kind
cool.
of
By
it's
the
changed a
Davies.
lot, but you know what I mean?
Hugely. I mean, this
Yeah,
area was
mother
all
said that
redeveloped.
Cooter,
Yeah.
$2 reached 99,000 snowboarding total past 2 seasons. Good on you.
Tusa. Tusa should hop on. He was great there. He used to be a regular, particularly on
Yeah, he
weekends.
met Punky Brewster. Remember Punky
I
Brewster?
do. I do. She's rather busty now, from what I understand.
Busty's
Punky
always good.
powers. Of course. Definitely.
Chief Tit, $5. JD, the best gonzo on the business.
Oh, thank you, mate. I think we need to have you on the panel. We need to, I've had questions asked whether or not you're a no holes case GMT Master 2 and what year was it? I need to know these
2000, yeah,
things.
I think it's
The
2004
2004 or
or
5?
something like that. Beautiful piece.
Yeah. ABC wanted to know details, Chief Tit, so you better hop on. You better hop on, man.
That's the W, that's the big hotel, the Westin, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where the IMAX used to be. Well, there's an IMAX there now, but yeah, that's a W hotel. It's a pretty spectacular building. It's actually way bigger. Doesn't appear to be that big on camera, but it's a huge building. It's got an IMAX cinema inside it. And of course, this is where you told Green Room to stick his oyster perpetual up his arse, I understand, Arch, down here.
Yeah, that's down
Yeah.
there, is it? See, I know
Yeah,
exactly where
so,
you are.
yeah, so just the stairs. None of this would have been, or if it was under construction. I don't know if it was there, but I think, yeah, there was like a Ferris wheel over there at night, and then you guys are walking along here.
Oh, that's
And you're
gone
about to
now.
get to, yeah, that was only temporary. The Ferris wheel. Harbourside Darling Harbour's all demolished now, and then they're building a new residential tower and hotel there, and new retail over there. You feel for these people that did have a view at one point, but now it's all gone behind them. The Novotel and its 1980s apricot colours. But yeah, that's where you're told Green Room to stick his oyster perpetual up his ass. Just there. They need to dedicate a statue of you there, huh? There we go. I'll just walk around here and show you the IMAX. It's in the Chinese gardens yesterday. Having a look around. A lot of water, like a lot of lizards, water dragons and stuff. So what's the weather like in Vietnam? So you're in Hanoi? Are you in Hanoi?
Yeah, it's been a bit hot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's manageable today. It's about 24 tops today.
Yeah,
So it's
that was
perfect.
how it was last week.
Right.
Gee, Sydney looks amazing there. It's
It's nice. Nice day. Beautiful development. I spent a lot of money around here. And all of the fish market's been redeveloped, but there's so many people. It's kind of close to where we are now, but I won't walk there today. But I have had a look at it. It's a huge, huge building, crazy large building. And then the IMAX is actually, I'll just pan the camera around and then get back to some watch talk. So if we go, that's the IMAX is in there, inside that building.
wow.
Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right. I'm going to meet up with the family for Yochi. There's this thing that my daughter likes to do. You
Good
go
on
to
her.
this place for the yogurt and it's like $18 for your self-serve yogurt. It's insane. Everything's so expensive. What are you going
$18.
to do?
Any go?
Yeah, you can put any, like it's like you put any toppings on it, but they weigh it. That's how they charge you for it. So they put it on a scale and you go, holy shit, how much is this? Ridiculous, man.
That's
What are
because
you
all
gonna
you
do?
Sydney-siders are on 250,000 a year.
I'm not. I got enough for
Hey, we got
gimbals,
Chief
but
Tit jumping on. Look at this. Chief
Oh.
Tit
oh,
is
thank
on
God.
the
Hello,
screen.
fellas. How are you?
Hey, man.
Hey, fantastic. I just thought I'd
He's-
come on today, say hello.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, good on you,
Chief
mate.
Tit's been
Well done.
missing you, Arch. He's been missing you. He's like, where is he? He's like,
Absolutely.
oh, he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. It's okay.
I love that
He's
watch
done
there,
this
man.
before.
It's fantastic.
It's all good.
JD and I were joking.
He looks amazing.
JD and I were joking with each other that you might be like, you know, in those 1980s movies where they're stuck in the Hanoi Hilton in
That's it.
some cage, and we're going to do
Oh, yeah.
a Rambo
Yeah.
rescue. We were laughing about it last night. Actually, he sent me
Yeah.
that photo. That was hilarious. I tell you.
It does it
Yes.
perfectly sometimes. There's barely anything in that prompt to actually do it because it's now like learns what I want to show. There's not that much detail in that AI prompt to just do that. It just knows exactly what to do. So it's pretty good.
JD, did you show Archie that photo?
Oh, I shared it on one of the groups he's in. Yeah, it is
Did
on
you?
there.
Did you
Yeah,
see
it's
it,
a great
Archie?
photo. Yeah,
It's
the
in there.
milk carton
He's
one.
so- Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was hilarious. I tell you. So how's it look? It looks like it's quite. You've got some nice digs there in Vietnam.
Yeah, very reasonable priced, but
Really?
it's reasonable, but yeah, it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different to Thailand. It's very different. It's very different. But I got to tell you, the best Vietnamese food I had, I was saying to JD, has actually been in Hong Kong. You know, it's funny. We're so internationalized, and
Yeah.
things have sort of changed there. But
So you
how
know-
is your GMT going? Tell me this. What's happening with
Good.
your...
I love the GMT. The GMT is fantastic. I'm reading the Bluesy today, but I love the GMT. I've only just taken it off, basically. I've
Yeah.
been wearing it every day. I just love the thing. And you know what? I know that Mark Goldberg loves those newer ones with the, you know, with the ceramic and everything. But I know that Doc likes the older ones as well. And I think I'm in the older one camp, to tell you the honest truth, unless it's a gold one, which
Yeah.
it's nice to have those really pristine and the newer type and all of that. But I think with stainless steel, having a little bit of the older vintage is, I don't know, I've got a preference for it in a way, if you know what I mean. But the newer stainless steel ones are a bit jewelry-like, as opposed to, you know, usable tool watch. Because they've got the shiny links and all of that type of thing, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what do you think? So the food's not all like crash hot there. Is that what you're saying?
It's good. It's good, but it's not always perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What, in the street
It's
food side of things, or in the big hotels like what you're in now?
look. Sometimes you don't want to. You know, you got to be a bit careful eating just the street food there. But it's look. I was at this little hotel for the first part, and they made an amazing omelette every day. That was fantastic. That was really good.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to take a call. I'll be back on in a sec.
Yeah,
Okay.
no worries. No worries. It's
Yeah.
but look, it's early days. I'm just having a bit of a hunter. I'm trying to the some of these countries block some of these countries block things.
Oh, really? What, on the internet sort of thing?
Yeah, exactly. Like you go to Dubai, for example, you can't do voice calls. They've
Oh, I
blocked
didn't
all
know.
those services. Yeah, yeah. You go to, like, China doesn't allow Google to work or YouTube to work, and Vietnam sort of a bit of a, it depends on what services you've got in that, you know.
That's very interesting. So what sort of thing are you not allowed to, aren't you allowed to say what you can't see over there?
Well,
Or,
I think they block certain sites, you know,
right.
but
Yeah.
it's it is what it is. You look, you take what you can get, you know. That's it really.
How does it seem to you? Does it seem like the locals are sort of slumming it a bit, or do you think the economic level of the
Oh,
socioeconomic
look,
level a bit?
it's definitely the funny thing is, right, okay, so they seem to be more, I'll give you an example. They seem to look up, like you go somewhere and it's looked after, like the public infrastructure. In Sydney or Brisbane, people urinate or they graffiti or they get really angry. They got a little, very much an angry element in
Yes.
the Western world, whereas in these other developing countries, they're quite a pro government, pro everything.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
That's probably
things are kind of clean, and you think, gee, this is a really well done city.
yeah.
But in Sydney and that, you got a lot of people, a lot of youth who are angry they can't get jobs. Like they're very disillusioned. Disillusioned is the word for it, right?
Oh, I see
So
what you mean. They're sort of like expressing their rebellion in a way.
yeah, like Sydney, for example. Say you come to Sydney, if English isn't your first language, you're basically fucked. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do for work? What are you going to do? And Sydney, you know, the costs in Sydney are fucking astronomical. Astronomical.
Absolutely
And and there's no real government intake of employment. It's not like you finish year 12, the government saying, hey, come and work for us for 12 months.
yeah.
That doesn't really exist. You know what I'm saying?
The only place I'll take you is in the army. Apart from everything else, there's really no standard open government jobs like in some of those countries you're at.
It used to be. It used to be. Australia used to be like that. They had so many openings. You do a test but the problem is, if you keep employing staff all the time, you're going to blow out your government budgets, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you get a very fat.
But is it? You know how you were saying before? It's very different to Thailand. That's interesting. Like how? What do you see as being the differences? The main differences with
They're very conservative. You know, because they've got that Catholic backbone there. They're very conservative. Like you see a massage place, you think, oh, that's a dodgy massage. Oh no, that's not a dodgy massage place. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they. Okay. It's just very conservative. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because we always got, I think, a bit of a slightly different impression in the West, haven't we?
Well, particularly from those Vietnam War movies, you know, you think, oh, fuck, it must be sneezy and this, but it's not like that. Hanoi is also, you got to remember, the Americans never had ground troops in Hanoi. They did some aerial bombings, right? But so Hanoi was, that Hanoi is closer to China, okay? Because you know what I'm saying? It's up, whereas Ho Chi Minh City is down.
Yeah.
Like Ho Chi Minh City was the south, which what they wanted to do was stop the south becoming communist. That's what they were trying to do in that war there. See?
Yeah, yeah. It's very interesting, isn't it? I mean, so I didn't realize there was such a difference between North and South, but then it makes sense because it was already a difference before even the Vietnam War. There must have been a difference. That's why they had the internal conflict.
Exactly, exactly. So Ho Chi Minh City is more progressive, more, and you can see the division there. Like they had the educated classes were there.
Yeah. So is there any French influence still from like the Indochina type of period?
Look, the section, I mean, there was the old quarter, which has a lot of the old 1800s type colonial architecture. Like, like the Sydney Terrace houses, you have the hotels like that. You see things like that. You have a lot of that sort of architecture and things. So I quite like that, to be honest with you. It reminds me a bit of Hong Kong. Hong Kong has a bit of that, that kind of, Singapore's losing it, doesn't seem to have as much, but Hong Kong had some of that colonial sort of, those older buildings.
Yeah. Even in Macau, they had that. Remember, they got that Spanish area. Yeah, that's lovely. It's really nice when they preserve that. They don't just get rid of it and put a stupid high rise, where you could be anywhere. Those high rises are everywhere, from Dubai to Thailand they're everywhere. Those stupid high rises,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's very true.
Archie, do they have any French influence in the food?
Oh, well, they do. They have a huge French influence, like those baguettes, those banh mi's. That's like a traditional. Well, that's a French bread, isn't it? That's
Absolutely.
a baguette, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's
right. Yeah.
But that was a long time ago. The French were there, but of course they've made their impact. You know what I mean? They have taken. It's funny, cooking. People like things that taste good, don't they? You know what I mean? They're open to, very tolerant of food. Like you think about it, the Italians, pizza, pasta, lasagna, that stuff is it's bridged so many gaps. People like it.
Yeah.
It's like where I'm from in Brisbane, right? There's a suburb not far from me called Inala. And I remember in the 80s, it was always a very low socioeconomic housing commission sort of estate. And there were Vietnamese in that area, but they didn't have many Vietnamese shops yet. You see, like it took them 10 years to establish themselves and then go into business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I remember as a kid, I never even questioned it. Why aren't there Vietnamese shops? It took a while for that to flow through. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. It is interesting that they didn't start straight away, huh? But I think it's part of our other part of the rest of the culture has to be, they have to feel accepted first in order to have the confidence to open up a shop. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. The funny thing is, like a lot of things like Polish, Russian, they more assimilated than actually kept. Maybe their food choices were crap. Okay. Maybe some of their food choices weren't so, I don't know what you'd say there. Greek food, of course, that's made big inroads, like everyone loves the Euros. They love the Slovaki. Greek food is, mind you, that didn't really flow through in Brisbane for a long time. It's coming through now. There's some franchise chains.
Yeah. But it's very interesting.
It took a while for that to come,
So how you said they're conservative over there. What about the actual friendliness of the regular person on the street? Do they smile at you? And like say hello if they see you're a foreigner, or is it more sort of, what's he doing here?
Oh, definitely in the shops if they're selling you crap, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right.
Look, they're friendly enough.
Friendlier or less friendlier than the Thais, would you say, in Bangkok?
I think the Thais are a bit sick of some tourists. You know what I mean? They've been tourist out. It's like Japan. It's a little bit tourist out. You know what I'm saying?
They're starting to get jaded.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem, is that it's kind of a bit, yeah, can be very jaded, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's have you got plans? What are you going to do? You know, going to go travel around, or are you going to stay in Hanoi? I mean, you probably need a couple of days just to stay in Hanoi to find out what that's like.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've got a few plans and things. I've just thought I'd come on today. I thought, I'll come on and say hello and see how everything's going there.
Absolutely.
But you know, I kind of miss the streams. I do miss the streams, believe it or not. It was great to have HR jump on. He came on and I thought, I missed him. Don't tell him this, okay? Don't tell him.
I think he's actually started to get nicer since he's had more airtime. I think he's starting to mellow a little bit. He's not so annoying.
If Mark came on, I'd be shitted off for another week. You know?
Well, he's probably going to come on. He's probably going to come on now. No, yeah, that's right.
It's
yeah. Are you going to do any shopping? What's the story? Is it things expensive over there? What's the prices like compared to, say, Thailand and everything?
You know something, Chief Tit? I'm more consumered out. Like, I got every fucking thing I could possibly want. You know, I'm at a stage in my life, mid-50s, I think, fuck, what do I need more tchotchkes or souvenirs for? You know what I mean? You just get sick of it eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
especially you got to use your brain for something, right? Now that you're away and there's like all these different things to see and do, your brain space is being taken up by interesting other things. If you're bored shitless at home and all you're doing is just the regular stuff in Brisbane every day, of course you start to think of buying stuff because it's like retail therapy, you know? Now you've got something else to give you the therapy, something more interesting.
I must say, watches are fucking. One thing as I'm finding is there's a lot less watches people are wearing than ever before. The smartwatch, that's a killer. That may bite us collectors in the ass. You know.
I know.
You know, it's the problem is. Look, I think the problem is too. Like, you came into the hobby later. Like. You had this influx, you've just bought a few things, you love the hobby. Later on, you get sick of the hobby. You know what I mean? Like, down the track, you start to think, you get burnt out, you know?
Well, you basically owned every watch you could ever possibly want to own. So in terms of scratching the itch, you've really and truly scratched the living fucking daylights out of it. There's also that too.
I must say, you know, I really come back to having a Steel Sports. Steel Sports is really, I love Steel Sports, and I must say, I love just something like that could be enough for you. You know what I mean? Like,
that is absolutely enough. That is the one watch that you could say, if you have no other watch, that'd be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you had the Submariner, for example, so many people have got the fucking Submariner that it's a bit sort of, it's a bit passe. But the Polar is a one and done because it's also got a little bit of unusualness to it, which is great.
Exactly. Like, it's a second time zone, and it's not the GMT. Yeah. Like, I love the GMT, but I think for all intensive purposes, most people find it hard to read.
Yeah.
24-hour time. Do you find that hard, or you've gotten used to 24-hour time?
I've gotten pretty used to it, but I can understand. Look, I think it's much easier to do it on the Explorer 2 than it is on the GMT, because having to sort of move the hand around and sort of think, yeah, it's the big hand on the bezel that's going to make the GMT time. That is a little bit of it's not an intuitive thing straight away. You know?
We've got JD back. What's he doing, JD? What are you doing,
again.
JD?
I'm walking somewhere for something different. I just thought I'd come up with some new ideas.
Hello.
Just walk around. You can't hear me. Oh no, disaster. Disaster.
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you fine.
It's hard to sell.
We can hear you fine.
Good. It's weird because
We can hear
sometimes
you.
here, there's a photo shoot going over here. Let's have a look at this. She's nice. Let's have a look.
Are you going to the yoga joint again?
Yeah. The family are coming in for Yochi. Get the credit card ready. Look at this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that. There you go.
Look at that. Is that like a model, or is she like some sort of influencer or something? What's going on there?
I don't know. I'm feeling influenced. How about you?
It's Bonnie Blue. It's Bonnie Blue.
It's Bonnie Blue, yes. Fucking hell, isn't she just...
Honestly, Bonnie Blue, honestly, you must admit, she's destined for a huge fall, isn't she? Like the business she's in, the things she's done.
Well, eventually, like a car, your car wears
money.
out eventually, doesn't it? So
But
she'll
would
wear
you
out
really
eventually.
want your daughter or girlfriend to be like that, really?
Yeah, it's not something of
How
pride.
can anybody actually want to be with her? Like, seriously, like, other than just, you know, a quick word, that's it. I mean, how could you possibly walking around and everybody's looking at you going, yeah, man, you're dating the friggin' Carl Expressway over there. She's had more dicks than the Carl Expressway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking, it's embarrassing. And imagine having kids with that thing. Imagine having kids with that. Revolting.
We clean the windows of the watches of Switzerland.
Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't know they had a shop down there.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been there for quite a while. Last time I was in here with the watch meetup guys, they brought out a meteorite dial GMT Master 2 from the safe, which was very cool.
JD, go inside and ask him for a Pepsi, a stainless steel Pepsi, and do a close up on the guy's face.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Probably not the
Look
time.
at that there. Look, I must tell you one thing. Those Ingies there, would they be selling anything really?
What's funny you should say that. One of the guys is looking at potentially getting one. Chief Tit knows who it is. This guy just can't help himself. He's actually looking at that green dial that's just there.
Would they give much discount, JD?
No, but it's on a secondary market. Watch Connect have it listed, but it's still like 14. I think it's 14, I think. Or maybe it's 13 or something. But it's
those fucking second-hand dealers, they're not discounting themselves, you know. They're unbelievable.
Some of them are creeping in, you can sort of see, but yeah, they're still living in fantasy world in a lot of cases, but you just got to keep an eye on them and just be patient, because I think you're going to see significant discounts on the secondary on everything non-Rolex, 100%. You're going to see
JD, let me ask you a question, and this is also for Archie as well, right? Let me ask you this question. Yeah. Do you think that the second-hand dealers, after they've had the stock for a month or a certain limited amount of time, that they then flog it off to the next dealer, and then the next dealer, and then the next dealer, and you're looking at the same watches that haven't been sold?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've actually seen that in Sydney, where you see the same one and you look at it in a lot of detail and blow it up and you can see where it is the same. I've seen that, where it's moved from one dealer to the next. You can see the particular scratch on the bezel, and it's like, that's the same one.
Yes.
You're right, they do move around B2B.
There is a lot of dealer-to-dealer business going on. That's exactly right.
Do they actually buy it off each other, or how does it work? Is there cash handed over, or is this something that's on consignment and maybe the owner just hasn't sold it?
They swap one overpriced piece for another overpriced piece.
And I've seen them listed at significantly higher prices from one dealer to the next. That's the same watch in Sydney. There was one that Watch Connect had. I went to Halewood Peters, and it suddenly got much more expensive. It was a Lange, I remember. So
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
oh, there's a dog taking a shit. God, I can't. How the idea of cleaning up after a dog? Oh, I can't do it.
I know. That's
Can't do
hey,
it. Fuck
that's
that.
exactly JD. That's exactly it. The
It's
idea
like-
of disgusting.
God.
You know what's, look, I've got a dog and I do clean up the shit, but I'm going to tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I've never let the dog take a shit on the concrete footpath. Why wouldn't you pull the dog over to the grass, let it shit on the
Yeah.
grass, then pick up the shit from the grass?
Oh, it's just a horrifying thought. Particularly, it's in the morning and it's warm. Oh my God, I can't do it. I don't have a dog, so that's why.
Steaming to it. Listen,
Fuck
you can't
that.
talk because we all know the bicycle fucking story. Let's not say
I've actually exploded another couple of times too, but I don't know. We need to pull those stories out. I've got this track record looking back, but it's over the course of 30 years. So I figure that's one every decade. That's got to be okay, surely.
Yes, one every decade.
Yeah. I'll tell you another one just because we're low on content, if you like. So,
Thank you.
Here we go.
I used to love these biscuits. You know, those little pillow biscuits that are like full of dates and stuff. Spicy
Oh
fruit
yes,
rolls, I think
Arnott's
they're
had
called.
those. Arnott's
Yeah, I
had
used to
those.
love those, and I used to get to a point sometimes where I'd really like to finish. If it was a packet that
What
was
were they
like
called?
Was it the iced
spicy fruit
Vogo?
rolls, wasn't it?
Was it the
No,
iced
spicy.
Vogo?
No.
It's like
He
a
had the.
pillow, spicy fruit roll. I'm sure it was called that. It was
Not
like
the
a
one
little
that
pillow biscuit.
Not the one with the marshmallow on it.
No. It had sort of like, it was like
Had a
date
dark
stuff
filling.
inside. Yeah. And I used to like have a hard time just putting it back. If it was half full, I'd like to just finish off all of them. And I was warned that you shouldn't do that because they can have a kind of a laxative effect. And I was like, I'm totally fine. And I was like dropped off on Victoria Road. I used to catch the bus into the city. And again, an overwhelming sense of panic. It's like, oh my God, I can't do anything. I'm in trouble here. I am in dire trouble. I had to run to the medical centre to use their toilet. And I didn't quite get there in time. So
Oh my God.
I was thinking, oh shit, luckily I don't go to this medical centre only for emergencies. But I tell you, it was a mess in there. It was a horrifying mess. And I had to sort of throw out the
JD's got a
underpants
history.
and go
It's got
home.
a history.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But again, when you got to go, you got to go. And it was just overwhelming. It was so bad. I had to walk home.
Oh my
And I just had
God.
to say, oh yeah, my car broke down on the way to work. So that's one. I got one more, but we'll keep that for another day.
Yeah.
I got to keep my dignity.
That's exactly
What are they-
it. Keep your
That's where the cruise ships used to come back in the old days. You know, what have they got? What are they build? Are they building something there on the right? What's going on behind those placards?
Yeah, I think it's more residential. So near the casino building, I think there's more development there. That's near the metro station. That's straight in front of here.
Darth Magus goes, sometimes you think you can get away with a fart.
Yes. Well, that was partly what started on the bike that day. And it
Yeah.
was like, because you're on your own, you're not at home, you figure, yeah, I can have a bit of, I can't really go for it and just let the fart out. But again,
Yeah.
you got to, it's sometimes you don't know your own strength and there is follow through. Once
Sometimes
the
you
follow
don't
through
know-
started, there was no way of stopping. No way of
Sometimes you
stopping.
don't know your own strength. Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry.
So Archie's got to be careful over there as well. He said he was talking about the street food, mate. It sounds like it's maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that could be problematic.
He's been a bit diplomatic there, but I think there could be something happening there. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
careful. You always got to know where, in case of an emergency, that you're near somewhere that's just in case.
He's going to map out the toilets before he goes
I
on his
do.
walks.
And that was like, I think it was George Costanza in Seinfeld said, yeah, you asked me where any clean facilities are in New York, Manhattan. I know where all of them are. I know where all of them are in Sydney, just in case. Some excellent facilities,
all right.
nice and clean.
Hold on, turn around a bit. Turn to the right. No, the right.
Oh,
The
no.
right. Nice legs.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, don't video it too much.
It's a beautiful city. Look at this.
What's that?
This is expensive infrastructure there, Chief Tit, don't you think?
Oh,
This is
absolutely.
expensive infrastructure.
This is that's actually a beautiful part of the city there that
This is not
nobody
cheap.
really has access to down there.
It used to be all industrial not that long ago.
Absolutely.
Barangaroo, it was like a toxic waste dump to a degree.
Yeah.
And they had to clean it all up.
They had the international shipping terminal down there as well. They got rid of that. They moved that to White Bay or whatever.
Yeah. There's some
It's
art
a
and
lovely,
still,
it's a beautiful city though. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
If Sydney was in Europe, it'd be the best city in the world. But that's our problem in Australia. We're too fucking isolated from the rest of the world. It's a big. That's our big problem. For us to go anywhere from Australia, it's such a big deal. I've got these fucking cousins of mine. They're fishermen, right? They sit in Greece. They're fishing in the morning, and they get up, and if they want to, they can go to the local city, which is Kalamata, half an hour away, and for 40 euros, they can be in half an hour in Paris.
Yes.
Right? For 40 euros. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. We can't even get the taxi to the airport for 40 euros.
That's true. I get the.
Fuck
I always
yeah.
go on the train. I never go near a taxi just in the airport anymore. It's just I forget that.
It's the tyranny,
always get-
tyranny of space that we've got, which is the biggest problem in Australia. You know?
Yeah, definitely an airport run
The
on a
train's very
taxi
good for the
is
airport.
expensive. The train's awesome. It's like 20-something minutes from the CBD to the airport. Come out right inside the terminal. Fantastic. Avoid the taxi at all costs. And I always get anxious when they start talking Arabic. The drivers always seem to talk Arabic on their Bluetooth, and you think they're talking to you. And no.
Archie, have you got the link on the chat? Somebody wants the link. Not on the chat. The link so somebody jump on, I think. I don't think it's pinned.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
I think
pinned.
it's pinned. It's pinned on the other channel, the smaller channel, but not the main live stream channel. I had to find it myself.
Yeah.
Pin is linked. The link is pinned.
That's all expensive infrastructure. You know, this was all built.
What, the pontiff fell off.
Go.
The VC's got him. I told you.
Can't hear you.
Get the Huey ready.
I'll hop back on. I'll hop off and back on. 1 second.
You on?
Mike the Snake. Hey, Mike.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Mike.
Hi. How you guys
How
doing?
you going, Mike?
I'm going okay.
We got a super chat from Black Cat 997, $2. Best regards to Pontiff, JD, and Chief Ted. Mikey, what's going on, man? How are you recovering, man? Our sincerest regards, man.
Thank you. Thank you again so very much. I
Have
really
you guys had
appreciate.
the service for your mum?
No. I don't even know what the timeline is going to be, and we're not going to have a funeral. We have a spot on our family property where we've always buried family members that she'll go, and we're having her cremated. I don't know. It'll be in a little while, a month or two, and we'll have a celebration of life ceremony with friends and family, and then we'll put her in the ground at that ceremony. And the things I just yesterday had to do with my brother was go to the mortuary and choose, like, what do we want? Do we want a compostable container? Do we want, the nicest wood grain, cask or, box, or I just voted for, and what we got was just a straight plain wooden box. And then we're all getting our own personal little small urns, for each of us to have a small portion of her ashes to keep for ourselves, which was very cool. I was there with my brother figuring that last shit out, and I took my glide lock on my Submariner got stuck. And
hold on a sec, Mike. Hold on a sec. There's a super chat from Black Cat. He wanted to send you his best regards, basically to you as well.
Oh, thank you, Black Cat. Thank you very much. It's a weird one, I mean, I think it's weird for everybody, everybody whose parent dies, but none of it's set in yet. Like, the day it does, you'll see me sobbing and, you know, a total mess, right? But it's we've all been busy dealing with emptying her apartment. You know, my house has become even more of a storage unit at this point because I had to take all my uncle's crap when he died 3 years ago. But we've been having to deal with stuff like that. So I've been, you know, kept busy and haven't really been thinking about the thought that she's gone, you know, and you know, being sad about it. Today we went and visited my dad, and you know, he's 90, 91, and we moved his storage unit around to a smaller one, and I picked up a bunch of that New Guinea stuff that I told you, everybody, that I had from my grandmother. My grandmother was a missionary in New Guinea for 6 years, I think, and she immunized the headhunters because during World War II, we brought them, you know, chickenpox, smallpox, mumps, all those wonderful diseases that they'd never encountered before. It almost decimated them, right? And so
Yeah.
my grandmother was a Catholic missionary, and when I was like 7 or 8, she flew there and lived there for like 6 or 7 years, and every week, and I would get a picture that either she took or a postcard, and it was just of the craziest shit, you know, just the craziest cool headhunter stuff, you know.
Huh.
And some of it was just, you know, you ever heard of the mud men? They wear those mud masks that are made of mud. I've got a bunch of pictures of those, and one funny picture where a guy's smiling and he's got his shoes on, which isn't the norm, but he has them on backwards, you know, wrong foot, and he just didn't know. But they're better than bare feet, and just tons of pictures and stuff, really cool stuff, and my dad still has all that. But what I got and took home from is a whole bunch of like basically roughly 100-year-old Papua New Guinea headhunter spears and weapons, and you know, axes with stone.
All of that stuff's very collectible, Mike. You know, I mean, some people put those in museums. A lot of that shit, you know.
Yeah, no, my brother and I actually talked about maybe even repatriatizing it and sending it back.
I mean, to the extent that nowadays, if you go to some of these places and you go to touristy shops, they have fake ones that they've made of exactly those things you're talking about, you know?
Yeah, but what I got is the real thing because my grandmother brought it personally over from Papua New Guinea. You know, like I'm sure on her last flight, you know, home, she nabbed grabbed a collection of stuff and stuffed the plane full of it, and so that's how my dad ended up with it. We used to have the front of a giant canoe that was carved out like an alligator head and had puka shells for teeth and the whole 9 yards, but that somehow got lost. But I got a bunch of the coolest shit.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with all that shit?
When I finally get to cleaning my house and you know, turn it from a storage unit back into a house, one of the rooms will have a theme. You know, be a theme room, and that theme will be like, this will be the New Guinea room.
The New Guinea room. The New Guinea room.
Yeah. I got enough stuff to paste all over the walls, and you know.
We just got a couple super chats. We got one from Black Cat. It says, "Best regards also to Mike." Thank you, Black Cat. And Black Cat 997, $5. I'm scared about my dad right now. It's a scary thing, Mike. You betcha.
Oh, I know. My brother and I we're scared about our dad too, and he's doing okay. His wife has dementia, and so he's kind of like really maxed out in dealing with her. He's okay, but he's 91, and we're just concerned for him. You know, now mom's not here. He's our only parent left, so we're rallying around him and making a point of visiting him and more often and calling him more often, and you know,
super chat. There's another super chat on this issue.
Super chat. Mike's famous grandma, $2. I'm very proud of my grandson. There you go.
Ah, very cool.
So your grandma's on the thing, is she, mate? She's
Well, my grandmother, I cared for from 2000 to 2005.
so this isn't her. This is a fake grandma. This one.
No, the one that just passed away is my mother.
No, the one that's made the comment.
It's in memory of his grandmother. That's in memory.
It says
Mike's
Mike's
famous grandma.
famous grandma.
There's a
Oh yeah,
missionary in Papua New Guinea. That's a dangerous place, mate.
I've heard, and my grandmother always used to mention the bugs because everything there is just like.
Mate, let me tell you. Have you ever been in New Guinea?
No.
Don't go. It's fucking terrible. It is the Wild West out there, man. People are like, oh my God, it is a fucked up joint. Let me tell you, it is very, very primitive and very wild over there and very dangerous, especially for like white people and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised my grandmother kept her head because she was literally, amongst the people, when the tribes would have their little ceremonial. At this point, they were ceremonial fights. They basically throw spears and rocks and axes and stuff until somebody got injured or killed, and then they say, okay, penance has been paid, and they break off. It's not like war to the death anymore like it used to be. But I agree. Everything I've heard about it is it's a fucking crazy,
it's fucking terrible. People are killing each other every day with machetes over there, like nowadays, right? So it's not like just the headhunters from back then. Let me tell you, there's not much progress in some of these highlands over in New Guinea, man. I'm telling you now, they're fucking nuts. They're killing each other all the time, and nobody even reports it. It's just like normal, There's this mate of mine. I'll tell you a story, right? You fucking laugh. He went to my school, right? Because I went to a private school, and he was there for many years. Anyway, he got in trouble with the law a little bit. And he decided to go over to Papua New Guinea with some of his mates that went to one of the other private schools in Sydney, who were from there originally. And he decided to open up a coffee plantation and all this other stuff and make his fortune. So he went over there and he made a lot of money. He set up a really, really successful construction company and everything like that. And years later, some of the stories he used to tell me, and I went over there a couple of times to help him set up trusts and structures and things like that in the beginning. One day, he turned up dead, right? The guy was 42. He was worth about 150 million, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, he was a very wealthy guy, okay? And he made a lot of money over there. And the stories that he used to tell me, he used to say, mate, he permanently had like 10 security guards. They all had M16s and assault rifles and all of this sort of shit. One day he turns up and he's friggin' dead. And the wife rang me up and she goes, James, you're not going to believe it. She was a girl from New Guinea, by the way. Right? Anyway, so much more than that. And then she said to me, can you go over there and find out what happened? I don't know what's happened to him. He's not answering his phone. I think he's passed away. Anyway, I've got 3 or 4 different versions of this story within about 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is fucked up. This is not normal, okay? So I got on the next flight with my cousin, who was also used to go to school with him, and we flew over to try to find out what's going on. Anyway, so there's somebody following us, strangely enough, from the airport all the way back to the hotel. We didn't know who the fuck it was. So we decided to get a little security guard guy that hanging around with us and that for a while. And then we went to try to find out what happened. So his body was at this mortuary place, which was a hut in the middle of nowhere. Now, we're talking a guy who had a house in Vaucluse worth like fucking $8 million, right? He used to have a Bentley Continental, Range Rovers, the whole lot. The guy was filthy rich. And lying on this slab in the middle of nowhere in a hut was my friend, and there he is in these black underpants, dirty, lying there dead. There's the body. And the story that I got was that he had died before the ambulance could come and get him and all of this sort of business, okay? Margarita, you can be seen just on the floor. You're weirdo. Anyway, and so that was the story. And then suddenly I go there and I'm looking at it, and for somebody who's died of an apparent heart attack, there's this little cotton wool bud here with a prick in it, and he's got bruising with another prick in it on his neck.
Oh, my God.
Now, dead bodies don't bruise, right? So it wasn't post-mortem. So how the fuck did he have these little pricks and another one here on his arm from a guy who died of a heart attack? So I thought, okay, look, I want to go back over to the house and see what's happened. So he used to own this compound, like a big mansion in the main part of the town there, right, at Port Stanley there, right? So I go over to the house inside, and the house inside was demolished. Holes in fucking walls.
When they found out he was gone, they just gutted the place.
No, I don't know about that. I reckon there was a struggle.
Oh,
because this is the guy who used to have an M16 and a pistol with him at all times. And when I asked the security guards there what's happening, he said, "Oh yeah, look, I only just got back. We all were sent away because we had different things on and functions on." I said, "Well, who was the security here at the time when he died?" "Oh, we don't know. I don't know what you're talking about." And then they left. I said, "Well, where's his guns?" "Oh, he lent it to our cousins about 2 weeks ago." These bullshit stories, right? So what I'm trying to say to you is, even a guy who's filthy rich, who's got a construction company with like 100 people, all of this sort of stuff, in my opinion, he definitely got knocked off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're talking about a wild place, man. Wild place. There was these two Japanese guys, right, that he found out about. This is when he first went over there, and they got this another one of the blocks of land next to him, which is a coffee plantation. And what you do is you don't own the land, you lease it off the traditional owners. So they got this lease, these Japanese guys, Japanese businessmen, really straight up and down, totally different culture, right? And apparently these blokes went down and said, "Mate, we've been paying you for years. There's nothing built on this land. We've been leasing it. What's going on?" "Oh, yeah, no, brother, you're not paying enough." And they go, "What are you saying?" "Yeah, and we want you to fuck off as well. Get off the land." And these two Japanese businessmen are going, "Mate, we've paid millions of dollars. Here's the lease." Apparently, these guys were found partly dismembered, and they reckon that some of them got eaten by these New Guinea guys. And this is in a place called Hagen, right, near the highlands.
Wow.
Right, so you can't do normal business there,
Yeah.
So so the moral of the story is, Mike, keep the mementos, make the room, but never ever go back.
Well, you remember when Europe had that foot and mouth disease, or hoof and mouth disease, that and it made the cows go crazy, and people could also get sick from it. They have what's called the sleeping disease in New Guinea, and what it is it's from eating human brains.
Fuck.
But when the headhunters would,
they also eat that stuff like betel nut, where you send them where they got that redness around their mouth, right? They eat this special berry there in New Guinea, which gets them fucking off their face, right?
Yeah.
And they go all wild and shit, and that's when they go on their killing sprees with their machetes and stuff to people in other tribes. If they look at them funny or whatever,
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
We've got Mr. GMP joining us. Just quickly, we got Mike Hunter, $3.50. If you can have any for Patek's Arch, you know what? I'd probably say I'd get a world time, a perpetual calendar, a chronograph, and a Calatrava. There you go. That's the 4 Patek's. Black Cat 997, $5. By the way, I do not want to pay a mortgage like our friend in California. Thank you. How are you, Mr. G? What's going on? He's in the TT. He's in the TT. Look at this.
Nice.
Yes, I sure am.
Very
I haven't taken it out for a drive for a while. So
the TT is based off of the Golf R, right? The all-wheel drive Golf R.
I think so. Is the TT? Yeah, the TT. That's right. The TT.
Yeah. What I heard
I'm
about
back.
it
I'm
is,
back. Just cut out.
yeah. What I heard about the TT original, at least the first ones were based directly off of the Golf R, the VW Golf R chassis.
Yeah, the chassis, the drivetrain. They're not the drivetrain, the chassis. The chassis.
Yeah, the chassis, the all-wheel
Isn't there
drive
a 4
system.
cylinder? You got a 2 liter, isn't it? 2 liter turbo, I think, isn't it, Mr. G?
No, it's a 1.8. It's a 1.8.
Oh, 1.8 turbo, yeah.
They're still quick little cars, though. And sharp looking, too.
Hey, GMT, NATO RAF says, fuck me dead, it's Leonidas. About you, man.
I cop it all the time, man.
Yeah.
You try to
So
look
where you
good
going,
and you get. Oh, no, I just went to the shop, did a few things, and now I'm going home again. Go and have some breakfast and stuff. So
I love those aviators, man. Those
how's business going, the GMT?
it's fucked. It's fucked. It's very bad in Darwin, man.
Okay.
Tourism's going to be shit this year. It's going to be fucked because of the fuel crisis. So,
Oh man, fuel price today was $6.99 a gallon for regular.
I don't know what that would be now.
Especially over Easter, Mr. GMT, you get a lot of the caravanners, coming up. They're not doing it because of fuel prices and shortages.
Exactly. I've got a lot of friends that got caravan parks and stuff that I keep in contact with, so I know what's going on. And they've had a lot of cancellations, so it's not looking good.
But that's one of the big problems in Australia we've got at the moment, man. Even though we've got big distances, our local flights, our domestic flights, are ridiculously expensive. I mean, it's 3 hours to get from Greece. It's 2.5 hours or something, or 3 hours to get from Greece to France, and they can do it for €40. Why is it that our flights, like, if I was to get a flight to Darwin, I might as well go overseas. It's an international affair, that thing.
It's ridiculous. I agree. It's fucking ridiculous.
What's that, man? Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know how they work it over there, but maybe they've got more people. That's why they can justify it. I don't know. More flights, more people.
I personally can't figure the airline system out because you know how much fuel they burn per minute? Like 1,000 pounds of fuel per minute or something crazy like that, right?
Like, is it expensive to get around America domestically? Like with an airplane?
No. I mean, if you have your own airplane, you can just fly it and land.
No, not your own airplane, for fuck's sake. If you were to get a normal flight from San Francisco,
it depends. The same things depend as they do here. Is when you book it, where you're going, all those things. But generally, if you book in advance, and it's not like holiday season, I'd say it's fairly inexpensive here. Yeah.
So they got that cut price shit like they have in Europe. They got that in America too, yeah?
JD jumping on. Hey, JD.
Hey, JD.
Hello.
What's going on, JD?
I thought GMT and Chief Tip were the same guy. What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Good to
We're
see you.
two sides of the same coin.
Hi, JD.
Yeah. Handsome.
He's a brother from another mother. He's my brother from another mother.
There you go.
I just wanted to say I was sorry to hear about your mum, Mike.
What happened?
Man.
Hang on, wait a minute. I'm not up to date. What's going on with your mum?
My mother passed away about 4 days ago.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mikey.
Oh yeah, thank you
I'm
very
so
much.
sorry.
It wasn't unexpected. So I'd been caring for her for a year with cancer, and so it just her time finally came.
She's in a better place, Mikey. She's in a better place.
Oh yeah, no, we all know that. But she wasn't until she fell off the cliff like maybe a month ago. She was just like normally aging, an old lady, frail old lady. And she was undertaking chemo, but not the kind that makes you lose your hair and lose 50 pounds, because she didn't have hair or 50 pounds to lose. So we opted for this lighter duty chemo, which she lived a year longer than they thought she was going to. And but then it stopped working. And So she left us, shortly thereafter. So luckily it didn't drag out, and at least that part about it wasn't terrible. But it does suck. But now,
Okay, I'm gonna really confuse the shit out of the punters now. You ready?
Oh no!
Here you go.
No,
Which one is the real GMT?
I don't know. Two kids driving an Audi. It's weird.
They both drive Audis. They do. You know that? Hey,
That's right.
you got an A5 and he's got a TT.
That's right. That's right.
nice.
So, great minds think alike, man. It's in the blood.
That's it.
My
Chief
father had a Porsche 924, and
Yeah.
at that time it was a 924, 928 era front engines, and they were made by Audi. It said Audi on the valve cover,
No, it's true.
and it
True.
literally, this is a Porsche, right? It was, I don't know, 2 liter, 2.2 or something, 4-banger. It could not get out of its own way. It was the slowest thing ever, and it just blew my mind. The 928 was fast, but the 924 was just a joke. A complete.
Do you remember
joke.
the car they had in between? The 944?
Oh yeah, no, that
yeah.
that car is a great car.
That's
It's
kinda cool.
still being raced today. They
Yeah.
have a
They
spec.
got certain series which are just for 944s.
Yeah, spec 944 class. So, but everything has to be stock. You can't, spend $1 million on your car. All the engines have to be stock. You can only modify certain things, and they keep it all even. The same as they do like Miatas. The Miata is the most raced car
Great
in the
car.
world. The Mazda.
Archie wants to get a Miata. Archie likes the Miata.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I love the Miata. They're so reliable and simple.
Yeah, no, I when I do my track days, there's always a buzzing swarm of them all around me on track, because they're so popular, man. Everybody's running them. The only thing I have against them is they sound like shit. Just
You can live with that.
everybody cuts the
Well, you
muffler off.
can do what they do with the new Hyundais and shit. Haven't they got like fake noise with speakers and shit? So you
Oh
can sound
no,
like
they don't have that, but they just the little 4-bangers with the muffler cut off just they make a really brappy.
But there's that type of the traditional sports car is actually not supposed to be, Ferraris and all of this sort of thing. It was supposed to be a little thing which was convertible, like the original MGs from England.
Sure.
Right? So the real ancestor for that is something like a Miata. It's supposed to be like some big GT type car. That's not really a sports car. Traditionally, a sports car wasn't just a 2-door. It had to be small and MG
like an MG or a Triumph or an Austin Healey or one of those little itty bitty sports cars.
This is a cool old Jag. Look at this.
Look at that, Arch.
Look at that.
Oh, Mark II. It's a Mark II, isn't it?
It's got a
that was a London gangster's car. Oh wow!
Goodwood revival in the UK.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Boys, I've got to head off. Thank you for having me. We'll talk again soon. Stay sexy.
See you,
Yeah,
GMT.
See you later, bro.
See you, GMT.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear business is
cool,
poor.
Super chat, Arch.
Super chat. Here we go. Some nice cars here.
Is he locked up
We
again?
got super chat, $5. Chief Tit. Your wife is beautiful. You've done very well. You
I'll hop
betcha.
back on.
Did you hear that? You've got a fan.
Yes,
She's
your
so
wife is
subtle
very
in the background
beautiful.
there,
You've
Chief
done
Tit.
well.
You can barely
Yes,
see her
sir.
in the background every now and again.
Yeah,
She'll
she
be
floats
she'll be taking
through.
your seat very soon, I think. Wants to be a star.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well,
So what were you saying, Mike? Sorry.
next weekend I'll be doing a track day in my car.
You going to
out in-
Gonzo it?
if I can, yeah, if I can figure it out, I'll do it.
Just use your iPhone, mate.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. The last couple times I've attempted, I've just been unsuccessful in getting StreamYard on and getting it to Gonzo, and so yeah, I'll work on that and try to do that, and yeah, of course I'll Gonzo if I can.
Yeah, that'd be
Otherwise,
good, man.
I did get a camera and I have some data, but I haven't downloaded it out of the camera yet onto my computer. And I'll show that at some point when I get to it. I've just been
Well, that'd be
busy,
fun.
and it
We can
is
milk some super chats out of it, man.
hopefully, yeah, help Archie out. And
Actually, you got another one, Arch. You got another super chat.
Super chat. Here we go. Jefferson Exotic, $5. Chief, I found out the hard way. It's illegal to use a vacuum in Victoria after 10 a.m. Can you bail me out of jail? The Prime Minister wants my head.
wow.
Yeah. Got to be very careful with those vacuum cleaners, man. Get into a serious trouble.
I've heard some pretty crazy stuff about Singapore. Like when my brother said when he was there, he saw somebody throw a cigarette on the ground and go to jail for that.
Yeah.
And
I've heard the same thing actually about that place. Is that like a wives' tale or something, or is that true?
No, the head guy for
Do they
Ferrari.
really put you in jail for like? Do they give you a fine in Singapore for dropping a cigarette or something on the ground? Is that a thing? Because everybody used to say that.
The lead, manager of Team Ferrari, Formula One team for Ferrari, got put in jail overnight for throwing a cigarette butt on the ground in Singapore.
Fuck, you kidding? Really?
Yeah, I mean, even somebody with stature and money, they don't care. It's some things you just don't do over there.
Yeah.
And
some parts of Singapore are actually really quite nice. They've retained some of them. Some of the areas there have got that old-fashioned style buildings, like what Archie was talking about before in the area that he's in. Like, where just near Raffles Hotel, Archie, how they got that. They've still got some of that original low-rise building sort of thing going. It's still good there. You ever been there, Mike?
No, I've never been to Asia. I lived in France for a little while, but and I've been to Baja in Mexico 1,000 times, but I've never. That's it as far as out of the country goes. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, someday I might go to Asia. I don't really have a really big urge to go there, but my brother goes there.
Where do you have an
urge? A year.
Which place would you like to go to that you've never been to before, man?
Well, New Zealand. It sounds really interesting and beautiful. My dad's gone there and come back with really crazy, great stories about how wonderful and beautiful it is there. And
New Zealand,
Asia. I have no idea. I don't know enough about any of the Asian cultures. I know I'd love to go to Japan for sure, and get a tattoo done by like an old school guy with the stick and hammer, instead of a tattoo machine like modern. I'd like to get it done the old school way,
yeah.
And get a half sleeve done Yakuza style. I want to get koi fish swimming around my bicep, up from my elbow up to my shoulder. In a perfect world, it would be like when I took a vacation to Japan and had time over there to do so. But it probably won't work out that way, and I'll probably still get the tattoo, but it'll be over here.
Super chat, Arch.
Super duper chat. Black Cat, $2. The ladies in Shanghai are amazing, but expensive beyond belief.
Really?
Shanghai's very dear city.
Ooh. You down at the rocks now, JD?
Yeah, mate.
Very nice. I'll look at that watch.
Oh,
It's red.
That's
beautiful.
a nice watch.
It's red. Just in case you didn't know. Subtle.
I love red. It's such
Thank
an
you, Mike.
unpopular color. I mean, there's so
Yeah, it
few
makes a
red
change,
dialed
doesn't it, Mike?
watches. But I
Because
love red dials.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was looking at a few last year similar to it. Certainly the Tudor Black Bay 58 Burgundy was one I was looking at. And Breitling also had a Premier chronograph that had a similar coloured red dial, bit of fume sort of around the outside. But this one, I think, it's just such subtle look and changing in the light.
Yeah.
It's just something I wanted to get that wasn't just a black or a blue or a white watch face, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's the
This might
versatile
sound a
one to
little bit
get.
sort of fashion orientated, mate, but what would you when you bought that, what were you thinking about in terms of what you're going to wear with it? Is that a suit?
Oh, I didn't give that a second thought for me. All I
Really?
was I remember seeing that dial, particularly during COVID. They had a similar dial, but on a different, it was just a three-handed non-GMT version. I always loved it, but it was a limited edition at the time and
Yeah.
wasn't available in Australia. And I always thought, oh God, that looks so amazing. It's a shame not to be able to get it in Australia. And then of course, they'll use that dial in other pieces and they put it into this GMT, which from a complication standpoint, don't really need it. But I was like, again, opportunity presented itself, the walk past the Vintage Watch Co on a Friday. And it was too much of a good deal to say no. And it was
And does
last year
that
model.
particular watch that you got, did that ever come with a bracelet? Is there one that has like an accompanying bracelet with it?
Yeah, I bought it with the bracelet, but I've just put it on a Grand Seiko band. I'll just flip it around. So I got it on the Grand Seiko leather crocodile.
So that's why I was asking, because with the leather band, with the leather sort of watch band, it looks much more dressy. I mean, you could wear that with even a dinner suit or something, you know?
Yeah,
It's very suited.
personally, I think it makes that polishing more pronounced. So you take away the bracelet, it's a weird thing.
What type of polishing, JD? What type?
Oh, Zaratsu or Jiu-Jitsu polishing.
Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. I just noticed that dial is amazing in different light. Like we saw it in direct sunlight and it looked amazing. And then you showed it in the shade and
it's different all the time.
Yeah, it was in the shade. It's more of a maroon, dark, blood color almost. And then in the direct sunlight, it changes color to a much brighter red. Beautiful, beautiful
all over the place.
It's something about there's something about wearing the right outfit with the right watch. I mean, the other night, Friday night, we were out at a corporate event that my family put on for their company, not my personal one, but my parents' company, right? And my son was there. He's 15, and he doesn't usually wear a suit or anything like that, but he's gotten quite big now, and he can fit into my stuff. So he had a beautiful blazer on, double-breasted blazer with gold buttons.
I love double-breasted.
It was gorgeous, Arch, and he had a beautiful blue shirt and a lovely Armani top blue white stripe. And he wore this watch, the Bluesy, with that blazer with the gold buttons. And there was something about the way that connected with that outfit that it was just like delicious. You know what I mean? When something just goes perfectly, there's something about it. I don't know. That's like when people don't wear the right watch with the right outfit, it can look, it's nice, but when it just does fit well, and I reckon that watcher you've got there with a tuxedo, would look absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it pops. Agreed. Just a white shirt, like a white business shirt.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But I'm
and then the only color would be the one on the face of the watch, and it'd just be the one thing that pops, you know?
Speaking of pops, did you see that back there? Anyway, better keep walking. Yeah, definitely. In fact, I got the Tag Heuer Monaco that has that sort of blue, I guess it's Patronus blue sort of livery that looks like the Tron watch and whatever. And I had an old pair of shoes that have some blue on them, like that color, the same as the subdial. So,
Yeah.
and I was close to throwing them out, but I couldn't throw out the shoes because they matched the watch perfectly. So I'm
Exactly.
still walking
Nice.
around to match my subdials, which is an insane thing. But I do like making it all match. Particularly at the watch meetups, all those guys seem to have their outfits matching their watches. It's not the other way around. It's not like it's like pick the watch first, then match the outfit, which is.
JD, I think
Yeah.
you should take us to Hartley High.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
If only. I think so is that home and away? If I could lose track of what goes where. Under the bridge. Under the bridge. There you go.
Oh, that's a big bridge.
Big bridge.
Wide,
Out-
at least.
Angelica, outfit, that's a gay word. Okay. What else do you call it? What else do you call it, Angelica?
An
You know what I mean?
outfit. Yeah, that's okay. We're
Outfit's
here to be
fine.
laughed at. We're here to entertain. That's cool. I'm wearing
mean,
my
I
Sunday
personally-
vest.
And I love shops in England, in London, for example, that are called outfitters,
There
where you
go.
go and buy an outfit at the outfitters. There's nothing wrong with the phrase.
Exactly.
It's actually quite
No, it's fine.
exactly what it is.
It's
you know?
fine to get measured up by Terry Boston in the UK, measuring your inside leg. Nothing
Hey,
wrong with
Mr.
that.
JD, I can measure up a suit for you very well.
There you go, I bet. Oh, Mr.
Super chat, Arch,
Goldberg.
super chat.
Archie,
You dress
Archie,
from left or
Archie.
right.
Cat, black cat, $2. The lady,
before-
sorry, we did that one.
You ever do that one?
Venetian Cedar, $5. Thoughts on SD43 Redliner, pre-owned, 18,000. Also on waiting list for sub date 41. Can only be one though. 7-inch wrist. Cheers. You know what, Venetian? I'd probably say the Sea Dweller 43. They're a little bit big, and they're coming down a bit. I reckon
Yeah.
the 41 date would be a better watch.
That I agree.
And I think
Having-
it's going to be easier to resell. It's going to retain more value. I would try and get the sub date.
Yeah.
Those big watches like the Deep Seas, they have really become out of flavor. They were really popular at one stage, but I mean, I've got bigger stuff. I've got a 47 mil Pam. I can't give the fucking thing away.
Maybe it could
Got
just
a
use it
question
as a
for
wall
Michael,
clock.
actually.
For me?
Yeah, you said you
Oh.
know nothing about Asian culture, but didn't you say you lived in India for a while?
No. I lived with a Hindu priest for a while, who
Where?
he became the priest that he was in India and Pakistan, and by being over there for a number of years and studying and doing whatever he needed to do, and then he came back here, and I lived with him for about a year.
This was in America.
Yeah.
All right.
Super chats. There's two more super chats.
I thought you went traveling around
We've got
Nepal
another
and places
super
like that.
chat there. Black Cat 997. $2 are amazing, worth the correction. What's he saying? Is it what's?
He was talking about the women the ladies in Shanghai are amazing.
Yeah, but they're expensive. That's like saying the women in Paris are amazing. Sure, they are. A Maserati or a Lamborghini is amazing as well.
Stick to a Camry. It's reliable.
Venetian
It
Cedar,
starts every time.
$5. Cheers, Arch. Enjoy your trip.
Yes.
I got a job offer that I had to tell the guy I couldn't take at the time because I was caring for my mother. but I may be communicating with him here shortly. Working at his shop as the engine builder, and it's an exotic car shop. So the first engine I'd be rebuilding is a Maserati Merak.
Nice.
Does it require you to take your clothes off in that exotic shop?
Yeah,
No,
dance for me.
no.
What happened to the Merak? How's the Merak going? That's the V6
Yeah,
Maserati. They're a great. I love the look of those. A Merak
It's a 70s
SS.
car, isn't it?
Is
Yeah,
it
the
a
Merak
real
SS.
SS?
Yeah. If it's not the SS, it's shit.
you know what's funny though? I saw the rims on this Merak, and they just screamed to me that they were made by the same company as the Pantera. And I said, I don't know, but I put $5 that those wheels were made by Campagnolo, which is famous for making bicycle parts, bicycle gruppos, you know. And Pantera wheels, the original ones were made by Campagnolo as well. And when I saw this Merak, the engine that I'd be rebuilding for, I just said to the guy, I said, I can't say for sure, but those wheels look like they're I'm going to look them up, and I put money that they're made by Campagnolo. And when I got home and looked them up, by God, they were. You could just see the genetics in them. The totally different wheel, but I could just see the casting techniques and what they left, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Campagnolo wheels and just being a Maserati at all, and the Merak's a cool car.
The Pantera is a Di Tommaso, man. I mean, it stands to reason that they'd be getting sort of wheels from similar sort of sellers. You know what I mean? Up until recently, they did that. Remember, they used to have wheel manufacturers, and you'd upgrade and get the wheel from those separate manufacturers. What were those gold ones?
BBS.
Like those, remember those ones that they used to have, the famous ones? What were those famous ones, Arch? Those famous gold.
They're called
BBS.
BBS. And like you could order a BMW.
And if you had a Gemini, you had Simmons. Remember Simmons for your Gemini? Sorry. Side issue. Australian joke. You wouldn't get it.
Fucking Simmons. You know what I saw the other day?
Gemini with Simmons.
Yeah, fucking Simmons. Oh my God. I get it now. I saw a Mitsubishi Sigma SE the other day. A fucking Mitsubishi Sigma.
Yeah,
an
we had one of those.
Wow.
We had a station wagon one in like a yellow colour.
I thought the height of sophistication, Chief Tit, was a Magna Elite. Remember the Magna Elite? Because it was ELX, SE, and Elite. I thought that was the pin. It had a two-tone paint. It had electric windows.
And velour interior, burgundy.
That was sort of the first mainstream car to take on the Commodore and the Falcon in Australia, was that Magna. It was huge at the time when it came out.
Here we go, super chat. Here we go. Mikey, bedtime stories, $3. Thoughts on the new Longines Hydro Quest release? I'm not a big Longines. Would you even be interested in a Longines? Let's be honest. Anyone interested in Longines? I'm not.
Not really.
Yeah, not really. I mean, they're okay functionally, but they don't really do anything for me like these Zulu ones with their Google 5-star rating on them. I don't really get that. It's got the Google review on it.
No, I'm not a massive fan. They don't really interest me either. What do you think, JD? We went to their shop that night and went on the watch crawl.
Yeah,
what did you think?
But similar to ABC, I like their stuff like, there's that chronograph with the petrol dial, which is kind of cool. And you're right, the Zulu time, except for it's got that 5-star thing on it. Anything that's retro and it has that patina style loom look to it. I like the older ones like that. I think it makes sense, but I'd never buy one.
But you never buy one. That's the thing. You never actually, you can say, yeah, it's nice, but you never actually foot the bill for one.
No, there's just too many other options at a similar price point. One thing interesting with Longines is that you very, very rarely see them on the secondary market. So they either buy them up or, I don't know, but where do you like go Vintage Watch Co, Luxury and see Longines ever there? Never. Or very rarely in Australia
There's
anyway.
that big iconograph that they did,
That's it.
but then the lugs were too long,
Yeah.
and then
So
they
that's
did
probably-
trim it down in the next iteration. But like I said, nice. They're all right watches. I wouldn't buy one. They're probably a slight level up on tags.
Do you
But they're
reckon?
not.
Okay.
I don't think Longines are a level up on tags.
Yeah, they're
reckon tags are
they're
probably
the
better
next
than
level up
Longines.
from tag, but they're not like Omega or Breitling or Tudor even.
Speaking
I don't
of
know.
red
Do you reckon
dials,
they're a level up from tags?
Say that again.
That's sacrilege. Dump this
Yeah,
guy
no.
out. This British bloke, dump him.
I think
So do you
tags
reckon
are better than Longines.
didn't
Mm,
Tudor?
I prefer tag to Longines any day of the
Some
week.
tags, but recent
You know, there's
tag
a Longines
models.
watch sold every 10 seconds. That's not exclusive.
No.
Neither
Now,
are tags.
when they start selling watch on an aeroplane on the onboard friggin' duty free, that's when you know you don't fucking want it. And I remember there was a couple of them for sale that way, you know, where you could say to the air hostess, "Oh, can you bring me this Longines that you got on the magazine?" Fuck that.
Yeah. I'll have a Vegemite roll and a Longines, please.
And a Longines. That's right.
Fucking
And a
hell.
bottle of Fanta, thanks.
Yeah. I like that Aquaterra with that aqua color dial there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's actually quite nice.
Yeah. Even that on the rubber there, the stitching. I know you can't see it that well, but that's a cool piece. I like that. I like that. I did sell my Aquaterra though. It's versatile, but I find the things that are trying to be everything that aren't a pure watch, like a pure dive watch, if it's sort of like a hybrid. I think things in hybrid in general don't really work. Does it make any sense? Like it's multiple things at once.
Yeah.
It's a dive dress watch. It doesn't really work. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Diver chronograph
Sure.
with a GMT. Have you seen those
Yes.
Omega watches?
Yes. What is going on with that? What is going on there?
JB,
Says I
you
need all these
ended up
things.
keeping the Speedmaster, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm not going to sell that for now.
Thank
I
you
don't
very
need
much.
to.
It's nice. That's a
No,
beautiful.
it's an icon. It's
Well,
definitely an icon.
any dive watch with more than one thing being the crown, you know, is as you described, you know, kind of trying to be more than just what it's supposed to be, which is a dive watch. Because if it's a chrono dive watch, you know, it's got two more, abilities for water to get in. And
Got two more holes, Mike, eh? Two more holes.
two more holes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know one thing?
Veteran.
Can I just tell you something
Complete
about
the
Amiga?
trio.
What really shits me about Amiga? I really don't like the way they milk their association with things too much. You know how they got the whole James Bond thing going, and the fucking Snoopy and this.
You know what? It's so uncool. It's so uncool to mention that shit. You don't need to like Rolex never mentioned it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't do that. I mean,
And the
putting
moon
007
landing.
on-
We don't even know if the moon landing really happened. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
come on.
No, but he's
Web dog. You're just trying to get Doc on, aren't you?
It's Doc's window, so that'll definitely call him in.
They oversuck it. You know what I mean? They could put the watch in the movie and leave it at that, and then just make I want to get the same watch, but it's still a watch. That's not a prop. You know, from a movie with all this
Didn't they
bullshit.
release about 20 constellations?
Constellation, that is mental. That is a crazy thing to release.
Do you remember
Like
that
$10,000. They're time only.
Crazy.
And they're not even that dress yet, 13 mils thick.
You remember
Basically
the movie?
12. That's crazy.
Remember the movie called Papillon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a famous watch associated with that movie?
Ooh. It would have to be
that's
very
what-
vintage for that movie.
Dustin Hoffman was in the original of that.
I think one of the main actors wore a watch in that movie. That
I'll look it up.
yeah, I I could be wrong, but I think I'm correct about it. I don't know what brand or anything, but I thought somebody might know.
Definitely,
Okay.
Amiga in general is definitely in trouble in that all of their ones that were once hard to get, like the Snoopy, one sold recently in Sydney, like brand new, minty, and it was only 600 above retail price. And that was like the
Wow.
hyper difficult one to
Yeah.
get. And now it's virtually at retail. And that's, I mean, is there anything trickier than that to get in Omega's
Well, that's
catalogue? That's a
stupid.
bad
The
sign.
problem is
Maybe Ed
they
White.
release too many. They release too many. You know what I mean?
It
Yeah,
forces
totally.
you to have to go straight to the top if you want to like get anything special, from Omega. You got to go right to the top for get a 321 or an Ed White or a Snoopy or like the Moonwatch isn't boring or normal. It's it's one of my favorite watches and I love them, but they're kind of run of the mill, and so with Omega, and like you guys have mentioned, with them putting out everything and associating with everything, it muddles it up, and so the only way to stand out is to spend the big money and get the really exclusive Omegas.
Well, Bear's argument was that the Speedy isn't actually a luxury watch. Do you remember?
Look, I
he
like
used
the
to say
Speedy
that.
because that's what's
But
nice about
Bear
JD.
also likes Longines. Bear also likes Longines in
Oh,
sports
yeah,
too. Let's
he
not forget
did.
that, okay? Okay? let's not
He
forget
bought some
that.
red
Because
dial
Bear's never coming back
IWC
on the
watch.
stream, so there's no point sucking up to him.
The one that, but JD's got just a plain Speedmaster, right? And it doesn't have any bullshit on it, like trying to be this and trying to be that and trying to, surf off the wave of a particular movie or some other advertising campaign. It's just the Speedmaster, you know what I mean? And that's why I like that. All the other ones are too gimmicky.
I like the
it's
white dial
nice.
one. That's actually nice.
Yeah,
Which
white
one?
dial's good.
White dial Speedy.
White dial Speedy's
All right.
really, really
We're
cool.
at 6.1. And it doesn't look that much bigger on the wrist than I know the white does look a bit bigger, but it's still.
It doesn't actually, from what I've heard, because the lugs, the end link of the lug is a female, so it drops down and articulates with your wrist better.
Okay, they actually thought about that. That's good for them.
Yeah,
it's a cool piece for sure. And again, they're definitely well below retail in the secondary, brand new. There's plenty of them that pop up in Sydney, the white dial ones. I think Cove's got one.
I went at one point. I had the Planet Ocean that Bateman has, but it was the blue dial version. It was a nice watch. It was all right, but I ended up getting. I ended up getting the Peter Blake, and sold the Planet Ocean.
What did you guys think of the one that Bateman had with the bracelet, with the mesh bracelet, and it's sort of got a brown patina on it?
Oh,
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
I like that one. What was wrong with that? That was a nice
but
watch.
it was always overly expensive when it came out. It was like, why is this so expensive for what it is? And that mesh bracelet sits so high on the wrist at the back. It's this big chunky thing once it's folded over. It's pretty uncomfortable to wear on that. I didn't mind the specific NATO that comes with it. I thought that looked cool. But again, that NATO sits that watch even higher on the wrist than what it would normally. So it doesn't quite work. And I don't mind that sort of fake faux patina look to it. I think it's kind of cool. But it was always a problem, the price on it. It was always overpriced when it first came out. It was just asked
really? It was big money, was it?
Yeah. It was like, it's been out for a number of years.
It was $10,000 easily.
Yeah.
About £9,000, £8,500.
Right.
So
and it just stayed at that. But like JD said, where the clasp is, you've got three layers. You've got one side of the strap, the second side of the strap, and the clasp. So you've got this big lump of metal sitting on the underside of your wrist.
Huh.
Not ideal. Nothing wrong with it, but
it's a shame because it's a good looking looking piece.
I like all the colour. The colour of it all, I think, works really well. But
Yeah,
as an overall package for the price, no.
Yeah.
It's titanium as well, isn't it? It's titanium.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super chat, Archie.
Archie.
Super chat. Where have you been? Black Cat 997, $5. The moon landing happened. Conspiracy bullshitters, absurd. One thing I will say is, if the moon landing didn't happen, why did they keep going back?
Exactly.
Because they had the rockets ready to go. Apollo 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. What are they going to do? Just not use them?
If they went on glorified 1960s bridge technology, surely they would have gone back again and again.
But people back in the 70s got sick of it. Once they did the Apollo 11 and then they're like getting bored. Then they set the one up there that had the rover, and then they're fucking around up there, and people were just like, oh, yeah, you've done it. I'm done now. Thanks.
And it's not made of cheese, so forget it. Let's just leave the moon.
Exactly.
Guys, I've got lunch coming up. I've got to go. So it was lovely to see you all.
See you, mate.
Hey, Chief, thank you for coming. It made me feel, I was feeling homesick, actually. And it's...
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You're not going to miss anything over there. Just enjoy yourself over there, mate. You know?
Thank you.
Anyway, we'll see you soon. Are you going to come on again soon, do you think?
Sorry?
Oh, mega shot.
Are you going to come on again, or are you just doing this as a one-off?
No, I'll see. Hopefully.
All right, guys.
Shut on a Sunday, usually open. Now it's shut. Look at this.
What happened?
The boutique
JD, this is the one in Martin Place, isn't it?
Yeah, the big one. The big one. It's usually always open on a Sunday. It's shut now. And it has here.
That's weird.
Yes, now opening hours. Sunday closed. Sunday's closed now.
Wow.
And where Lange was before, and I'll show you the new Paddock Boutique Arch that's on King Street that they're building. They haven't finished it yet. And a new Hourglass as well. So the block.
What happened to where Lange was? Who's there now?
Bang & Olufsen. They're fitting it out for Bang & Olufsen. Yeah. So that's the fancy audio shit.
Geez, they're going to sell a lot of Bang & Olufsen in this economy, don't you think?
Boutique is going to be.
Don't you think they're going to sell a lot of Bang & Olufsen in this economy?
Every time somebody leaves on iOS, I can't hear people. But I'm just going to keep going.
We used to have their TVs in the 90s.
JD.
They went fucking high end now. I didn't think much of them. I had some headphones from Bang & Olufsen, and I was like, I don't get it.
The TVs were good.
I'm sure they would have been. There was more, I think, if you go back to like the 90s and stuff, or the 80s, there was so much more difference between brands, and now everything's so mass market. I'm sure there are still super high-end stuff, and it is a difference, but it's not as pronounced as it was. If you're looking at TVs, CRTs compared to the panels of today, the flat screen panels and the OLED panels, they're practically manufactured in the same factory, but back in the 80s and 90s, they weren't. There was a huge difference between them. Well, the manufacturing of the Sony compared to JVC were pretty good back then. Philips at the time.
Sony.
But now it's similar.
Yeah, the Sony, Panasonic.
You used to get your Trinitron that weighed a ton. You had to move house and move your bloody 68 centimetre Sony TV. It just destroy your back. It was so heavy.
Oh, the B&Os, the Bang & Olufsens were heavy as well.
I'm sure. But one thing back then, they couldn't nick your stuff. The junkies couldn't nick it because they couldn't pick it up back then.
They couldn't pick it up. That's right. Yes, they couldn't nick it. Hey, JD.
I'll just show you the new Paddock Boutique down here that they're building. So King Street's got a lot of watch retailers on here now. There's a Vacheron, there's a Lange Boutique, the Tudor Boutique, there's an Hourglass, there's IWC, Panerai, JLC, Piaget, Chopard. I think that's it. Hublot. So it's all happening along here. And Cartier on the corner.
Do they have a Tourneau store in?
No, we don't have that brand in Australia.
Well,
going around from
here the
Tiffany.
Tourneau store carries, of course, their own brand, but they also carry like every other brand known to man.
Right. IWC. IWC. I like that Formula One stuff. It's kind of cool. This
Yeah.
Chief Tit store. Chief Tit buys all these. He's sponsored by this boutique here as a brand ambassador for Panerai. Come in here, Chief Tit and Mrs. Chief Tit. Have some sparkling water, they say. JLC. Archie was in here last time he was in town. We had some nice pastries.
You can't buy any of
Below.
this stuff
No
at
one wants you
retail,
below.
can you?
Fucking awful. It's just fucking terrible. Absolutely awful. Sorry. And around here, here's where Paddock are going to be. Cubitus. Opening soon. There you go. There you go. And of course, the classic, begin your own tradition. You never actually own a paddock, Philippe. You merely look after it for the next generation. There you go. There you go. Look at the nice rich dad handing down, one day you'll have my Nautilus, son. You'll have my Nautilus.
No, you'll have my
That's well
position
timed.
in the Nautilus queue.
I can't hear
You'll
you,
have my
Arch. I'm sure it's
position.
good. I'm going to say goodbye. Take care. ABC.
Thanks, JD.
Mike.
See you,
Bye,
JD.
JD.
See you guys. Take care.
Thanks, man. His
Guys,
gonzos are great, man.
They
Yeah,
are fantastic.
makes me want to visit Sydney.
Yeah. Hey, guys, it's time for me to wrap it up. Let's
Okay.
go through. Oh, we got another super chat. Another couple. Pablo, $2.50. News for the Pontiff. That's the Pepsi discontinued 99%. Okay, we'll see. Mike, the punching bag, $3. 1 minute. I just got to grab this.
All this speculation about whether the Pepsi is going to be discontinued or not. It's all bullshit, all of it.
I would probably spike the price, the already high price, up even more.
Sorry about that. Guys, I got to wrap this up. Let's go through and thank. We've got another super chat here. Mike the punching bag, $3. Terrible super chats today. Bad morning, Vietnam. JT, Montreal. Have a great trip, Archie. Have fun, big boy. Let me ask you something, Archie. Do you like easy? I'm not sure. Undecided at the moment. Undecided at the moment. Okay, guys, let's go through our super chatters today. We had Uzi, JT, Tusa, MT85, JD, Tusa, Chief Tip, Black Cat, Mike's famous grandma, Mike Hunt Saw, Black Cat, Jefferson Exotic, Black Cat, Phoenician Cedar, Black Cat, Phoenician Cedar, Mikey Bedtime Stories, Black Cat, Pablo, Mike Punching Bag, and JT Montreal. Guys, that's the show for today. We'll be back again soon. See you later.
See you, everyone.
See you later.
Thanks, Arch.
Thanks, Arch.